Good morning, welcome. Today I've come for a nice leisurely session at Sharpley Springs. This morning it's very bright, hardly a cloud in the sky, and it's about 5 degrees, so it's a bit nippy. So what I'm going to do today, on a leisurely day today after fishing competitions etc, I'm just going to go around the lakes and I'm going to do a bit of winter nymphing. So it should be fairly easy. Whether we'll catch much or not, I'm not sure, but we'll give it a go. So we'll go around the lakes and have a go, and we'll see how we get on for a few hours anyway. I'm going to start on the lake, which is dry flies and nymphs only. They have some nice fish in here, nice browns and rainbows. So we're going to target them using a floating line and 2 small nymphs, just fairly slow retrieve. Got about a 14-foot leader with 2 small nymphs on, so we'll see if they're playing ball this morning. So I've got a size 16 gold beaded hairs here on the point, and a size 16 unweighted pheasant tail on the dropper. So I'm just casting across that breeze. I'm just gonna let them drift around into that bay. There should be fish in that bay, but we'll see. So I'm very slowly figure of 8ing. Can't let them go too far down because it's not that deep. Give it a kick. Nothing first cast. Fish are often high up here, but it is cold this morning. 5 degrees, it's cold on the hands. Fish might get more active as the sun warms the place up a bit. So I'm going to fish this cast where the nymphs are virtually static. Just let them go down themselves, no retrieve. Just see if they want them that way. I often want them barely moving, just that little bit of wind's enough to move them a little bit. I'm not going to retrieve, I'm just going to let them go down themselves. Well, I've had 4 or 5 casts with the hares here and the pheasant tail, and I've never had a take. There's a little bit of colour in the water, so I've changed now to 2 dark nymphs to try and maybe get a better silhouette. So we'll see see this works. Hey, there's the first take. I've had about 10 casts. Once I've changed to that to the darker nymphs to cause a silhouette, and third cast I've got a one. So I'm not sure the size, it doesn't seem too big, but a fish is a fish, especially on this cold morning. That's not a bad one. Not a bad fish. Lovely. There's the first one anyway. Nice fish. Lovely, blanks off. That's a nice fish. It's got a lovely big tail on it. The tail on that. Nice one. We'll let him go. Go on. And away. So it's nice to get the first one in the net. Now the leader I'm using is a 6 pound soft plus, and I've got 14-foot leader, and the two dial backs are 7 foot apart. So that's the setup. Floating line obviously, because it's not very deep. So we'll see if we can attempt another one. It still hasn't warmed up much, even though the sun's out. It's still freezing on the hands. Hopefully you'll get a bit more action this afternoon as it warms up. Well, it's a bit quiet on the hangman, so I've come down onto the noose now with the nymphs on. I never got any other takes. I only had the one take, so we'll try the noose. It's often good on nymphs. So I'm just letting them nymphs slowly go down the depths. It's we've got reasonable depth in here, it's quite deep, so we'll just let them work them slowly. Give them the odd kick. Sometimes after you kick the nymphs you get a good take. There's one. Lovely take that. That's just chuck it on the drop. Lovely. Took the point one. a little fish, but nice. Lovely. Another winter trout on the Nymphs. Anyway, thanks for joining. Well, I've had 2 fish, one off the hangman's, one off the noose on the Nymphs. So it's quiet though, I've only had 1 take on each of the lakes. So I've come down onto the docks fat. It's still very bright, but we'll give it a go, see if we can tempt 1 or 2 off here. We'll see how it goes. There doesn't seem to be a lot getting caught this morning. I don't know if it's that cold temperature overnight like, but we'll see how we get on this one. First take on the docks fat. I've had about 6 casts and never had a take. That one's took the top dropper. There it is. It's just a little one again, but little nymph in the scissors. Nice. Right, so I'm going to change my point fly to a small gold head he has here. Now I use davy knots for me nymphs and me dries. So when fishing with small nymphs or dries, I tend to use the davy knot. It's nice and small, doesn't give you a bulky knot at the head of the fly, especially when you're fishing very small flies. So it's hard to show you the side of the lake. So what I've done here is set a bigger hook up, and I've got some black mono just to show you. Fingers might get in the road, but I'll try and show you best I can. So you go down through the eye, curve it round, and then over the top of your leader, pull that through, and then you then go down underneath and bring it back through the center of the loop, so you end up with a figure of 8 like that. That's what it looks like. And then when you pull it, you make sure when you pull it tight that tag end is 90 degrees to your leader, to your tippet. Now if it's not 90 degrees, it can slip out, so it's mega important. And then you can just basically snip off. There you go. I mean, that looks probably a fairly big knot on there, but that's just for demonstration purposes. But on your nymphs and dries, it's very small. I've used it for a long time now, and it's never let us down. Give it a whirl. And that's what the davy knot looks like when it's attached to a small nymph. It's nice and small, lovely for presentation. Well, I've had about 2.5 hours now. It's not been easy. I've had 3 fish, one off the hangman's, one off the noose, and one off the docks fat. One on a hare's ear with a gold head, and 2 on dialbacks. But there's not been a lot caught. I've not seen many fish at all this morning, but it's been bitter cold, so that's not too bad. If we're getting 1 or 2, that's not too bad. We'll try again though. We'll go up onto the hangman's again, because with it warming up a tiny little bit, they might start feeding, but it's still fairly cold to be fair, so we'll see how we get on. Third cast back on the hangman's. Just had a take there, just ever so tiny take, very gentle. There you go. That one's gold hair he has here. Just fished very slow. Bonny fish, got lots of spots on it. Not massive, but nice one. Oh, anyway. Aye, so I've moved to the bottom of the wind, and in this arm, and this is about the third cast again. I've hooked the once on the point fly again. Just very slow again, so just picking away. Let's took the little hairs here again on the point. There we go. Lovely spots on them. It's the size of them spots. It's got big spots on its head, that one. Funny little fish. Let him go. There you go. Right, well that's the short session over. I've enjoyed it, it's been dead relaxing, just doing a bit of November nymphing, just figure eighting a couple of nymphs, hares, ears and dialbacks. Like you see, on a 14-foot leader, 2 flies, just dead slow. So haven't set the world alight. I've had 5, which is fine, I'm happy with that. So it hasn't been a lot of fish caught today, so just shows you the nymphing definitely works. When the stocks go in, that obviously people get lots pulling lures and things, but when there hasn't been stock for a couple of weeks, they tend to go on to the nymphs. So it's been a good day. So until next time, take care, see you later, bye.